Okay, in this example, we want to be able to see the first 3 rows in column A. So we'll click right here at the intersection of what we want to see, and we'll go to the View tab, Freeze Panes, and Freeze Panes. So it's going to freeze it from our location where we're at. And then you can see when we scroll up, we can always see the months. And if I go over to the right, I can always see the months and the names of the cities. The mixed cell reference, we are not really going to practice this too much this semester. It is mentioned in this module, and I think it's a good skill to be aware of, especially if you're going to be in a situation where you'll be copying a lot of different formulas, and sometimes you don't always want to use absolute cell reference. So this worksheet is a good example of that. We want to figure out the after bonus of the base salary and the after bonus of the commission. And both of those values will be based on these percents here. So we want to multiply these numbers by this and these numbers by this. So if we used just strictly relative cell reference, right, when we copy this down, this is what we get. And then if I wanted to copy this over here, I'm going to hold my control key down and drag it over. Ooh, I get some crazy number, right? And here we can see that it used relative cell reference and it multiplied it by E3. So it moved over to this, whoops, to the E column. But this, instead of staying in B, moved over to the D column. So I'm going to undo this and let's try that again. So for sure we'll use relative cell reference for our values for the before bonus. And then here, when we copy it over, of course, we want it to go down each row, right? Because each person has a different percent, but we want it to stay in column B. So we'll put our $ just before column B to create a mixed cell reference. Now when I copy this down, it does exactly what we want it to do. It goes down C and it goes down B. And when I copy it over, again holding down my control key and dragging it, it used relative cell reference, so it went from D to E. It followed that pattern, right, because we were moving over to the right, but it stayed in column B and then followed the pattern of going down B4, B5, B6. Again, so this is an example of mixed cell reference. We will only be practicing absolute cell reference in this class, but if you're in a situation where this is useful for you, hopefully you can come back to this and review it.